no microphone. Before I get hate for the no microphone meme, I was looking. I was looking for the microphone for a long time. I can't find it. I'm in the middle of looking for a lot of my stuff. So unfortunately, no microphone for this stream. I'm buying 2, 3 replacement microphones. I'm not fucking dealing with this where I'm looking for a microphone all the time. And even when I do have a microphone, it doesn't work. Come on, we're not. That's not right. Like, anyways, to keep it short, this week's topic, which again, this is kind of last week's topic because look, I'm no excuses. We're just rolling straight in with it. This week's topic is going to be. It will be. It's going to be suffering, right? The reason is I've literally had a thing happen recently, which actually made me realize that this whole idea or concept actually is true. That when people do go through, hold on, we're having some technical difficulties out here. I, as I'm saying, when people do go through suffering, it actually does seem like they seem to evolve in a way where I don't even know how to explain it, but I've watched videos, I've read psychology books, I've even chatted to AI about this, and it does seem to be that way, that suffering in a way seems to unlimit people or places or even ideas. It's almost as if the potential gets throttled so hard to the point where it's just like, right? Essentially, it's very interesting because I've had a thing to compare recently, and then like two individuals, one that didn't suffer and one that did, and the difference between them was actually astonishing, actually incredible, and I know for a fact, I know for a fact, everyone goes through suffering. Like you're here on earth, like you suffer. The whole concept idea of Christ dying for you is suffering. He suffered, right? And that's how you evolve. You become better, just repeating the thing in a way where you suffer and then you just improve. Right, 3 minutes in, we will still read a chapter from the little book. I just wish I had the microphone because this is just the topic and the microphone go very hand in hand. As you see, we've got the website in the background. Yeah, exactly. Um, for someone who went through suffering as well, like everyone, I thought of like how people deal with suffering, right? Like usually people have vices. For example, some people they resort to alcohol in order to deal with it, to deal with the suffering. Other people will resort to drugs, all these types of things when they're suffering, right? Then there's a different type of sufferer. The one that will literally spend their entire time not really running away from the problem, but in a way running away from it by actually building themselves. By striving towards something instead of having a vice, the improvement becomes the fuel or a way of escape dealing with it. Because usually when you're suffering, you're trying to escape the reality, the idea. If something traumatic, what accent was that? If something traumatic happens to you, you have to deal with it. You can keep running away from it, but you will actually find yourself repeating a very simple thing over and over and over again until that little mistake becomes so loud that you have to deal with it. And then you realize, oh, this little thing that I'm doing subconsciously is actually that thing that I've been running away from. So, in a way, there's no escaping from trauma or things that hold you back or I don't even know how to actually get into that whole idea, but I hope you're getting what I'm saying here. Anyways, for me, I had a thing that I was going through, and I would listen to music. Music helped, and even then, I made a song that I can't release it because the instrumental isn't mine. Someone bought the instrumental after I did the song, and it's a great song. Um, and it's just not going to come out because I can't purchase the license for it. So I'm just gonna play it here on stream. I'm just gonna like leak a demo, or like it's literally never gonna come out. So this is the only place you'll probably hear it. Real ones will always know this song. Um, this is a song I made, and it helped me actually just go and go and go and go. And yeah, without further ado, let's just play that shit, Jamie. Here it is. Oh, from the beat. Heartbeat, heartbeat, baby, do you feel this feeling too? Lately, I hope you can hear it. I'm a good feeling still. Bright smile like the sun. Baby, you light my world. Your voice a lullaby. Baby, you drive me wild. How about you keep your head up and your head up, like head up. You can keep it up when you get up. Keep it low key, like it's made up. How about you keep your fade up and fade up, like fade up. You can clean it up when you get up. Keep it low key, like fade up. Baby, do you feel this feeling too? Lately, like lately, I've been kinda feeling the same way. Hey, let them think that we're crazy, yeah. So what, so what, so what? Just let them think that we're lazy, yeah. So what, so what, so what? Yeah. How about you keep your head up and head up, like head up. You can clean it up when you get up. Keep it low key, like it's made up. How about you keep your fade up and fade up, like fade up. You can clean it up when you get up. Keep it low key, like it's made up. Yeah, essentially it was called Feeling. There's a couple versions of it. I could show how it progressed, but I don't think there's really a point. That's kind of the finished version. I would have finished it. I would have finished it. It would have sounded even better. But yeah, someone bought it. So hopefully they make a better version than I did. But that helped me, right? And as someone who makes music, if I can help myself with my music like that through a very tough time, what can you do for other people, right? Like you, the viewer, let's say you make music as well, or you drop art, or I don't know, like say you just work a job that fucking aids people. Like, if you can help yourself like that, imagine other people, right? So essentially, that's it. It's a song about just grounding yourself and just finding that inner faith in you, in yourself, in the world, in a lot of these things. And yeah, I like it. It's one of those uh, EDM pop house instrumental songs, beats. And yeah, since we're on the topic of leaking songs, I'm gonna leak a couple more songs that I don't think they'll come out. There's another song I was working on. Someone bought the instrumental as well. Come on, guys. Why do you find the same instrumentals as me? This is why I learned to make music. So that I do not have to get scammed like this, bro. Right? But check this out. This one's called You. It's called I Think. But you. Ooh. We're gonna get the vibe going here. I'll even get out the way, like, I'll see. Did I get it to focus on that? Oh, I can. I used to sip, but now I don't. Ever since I lost the old me, poor me. Hey, see, love's the only thing that I'm in need for in these days, yeah, these days. And could somebody tell me his room's full of joy? I'm feeling fucking empty since you tempted me. And we all go through heavy shit, but at least some people have someone to hold life. I think she can see. There's some things I never thought I do. I think she lost me, and I wonder if you'll ever get me back up. I think she loves me. Bro, I'm feeling feelings I never felt before. I'm thinking way too much, Oh, I pulled the cable. Oh, okay. Hold on. That's a song about overthinking as well, because I feel like you, like, not me essentially, but overthinking. You know what's crazy? I found out a while back that people who overthink uh, or think a lot, like maybe they have like genius aspiration to them, but the reason they don't take any action on their thoughts is because they overthink, right? You overthink it so much to the point where you don't take action, and that's it's very interesting how that works. Finding balance or a way to actually have it work is very it's very essential, because how are you gonna do it? Also, I'll be honest, I'm loving this new fucking vibe we've got going. Like, I'm just spinning in the chair, chatting. You know how smooth this is, probably. Um, I have another one, but I don't know if I should leak this. Again, I don't think this will ever come out. This is from that one album I was working on. The I like Made with Love is still coming out, but the original version of Made with Love, that's not coming out, unfortunately, because I feel like it's hmm, like my old stuff. It was very fun. It was very over exaggerated stuff. It's like I was trying to tell a not a story. Well, like each album kind of did tell a story in a way, but it was never serious. It was all about having fun. And Made with Love, oh my god, that entire project originally was so full of emotions. I've shown it to a couple of people, and they say I'm stupid for not releasing it, or planning on releasing it. But anyways, I'll give you a leak from Made with Love. What it was originally, what it is currently, it's something way different. Not really way different, but it's more. It's not as raw. Let's just say it's not as raw. But we got someone in the stream watching. Hello. Um, yeah. Whatever you chat, I can see you. So chat away if you wanna. But leaking tracks. That's what's going on here. This one is called. This one is called Aquarius. And yeah, obviously here. I actually love this song.
11, you should make a little wish. Pray to God to send you one proper sign. You've got a big heart that you're gonna give away. How about a soul that tastes like ecstasy pills? Put that cash away and pay for this bill. Just to know I went all in. If I didn't step in, I'd have to watch you fall in. And it's in the phone, so fuck a deal with the devil when we got a call from God. The world of evil, we don't fuck with fraud. I went back to the drawing board, I'm drawing on my pen. Believe that I just gotta be restored, cause chaos can't be ignored. Ask me how I'm doing, why bother when you think you know me? And I think you've seen every time I sin. You heard I tried my best, save me from the rest. I had to cut my future off, but I digress. Believe on you when you speak them true. It's all comes with a set of legs. They'll meet you any day, they'll meet you anywhere. Just remember that it's gotta be a certain 11, you should make a little wish. Pray to God to send you one proper sign. You've got a big heart that you're gonna give away. Maybe someone that tastes like ecstasy pills. Put that cash away and let me pay for this bill. Curious to know why I went all in. If I didn't step in, I'd have to watch you fall in. I answer the phone, so you're so calling.
Sick. I actually fuck with that. That's a tune. That's a tune and a half. This was never leaked before, and yeah. If I'm not a good writer, I got no ghost writers, bro. Come on. And while we are actually here, just for the last 3 minutes, before we move on to the book. Darkest Summer, which is now Brightest Summer. I'll leak a song from it. This is when I was in Granada. There was one day where I just spent, maybe it was 3 or 4 hours. I was working on songs and I approached it from a different perspective. I was like, let me work on songs I want to work on. So this is called Kinda Feel Kinda Funny. If you're an OG, you remember how this sounded. Not finished, by the way. How you make dog. This is a leak from the album.
How the fuck did I even find you? You're more than I could ever ask for. How'd you even put it in my mind? You gave me a chance and I hope I didn't blow it. Yeah, I know I changed my looks and it's all cause you made me feel myself. I'm not gonna help you love yourself. Yeah, I know I changed my state of mind, couldn't do that by myself. I get you so high, yet you still can't reach the top shelf. And it's kinda funny how you make me feel so alive. Oh, I kinda feel like now your love's something I can't survive without. And it's kinda funny how you make me feel so alive. Oh, I kinda feel like now your love's something I can't survive without. I need you by my side.
The next part is so experimental.
I need you by my side.
And there's no effects on this.
I need you by my side. I need you by my side.
Once there, and the other one is
I'm such a prick, I swear I push myself. How'd you even want me in your life? I give you a chance and trust me, you didn't blow it. Yeah, I know I changed my love and it's all cause you made me feel myself. And I kinda helped you love yourself. Yeah, I know I changed my state of mind, couldn't do that by myself. I get you so high, yet you still can't reach the top shelf. And it's kind of funny how you make me feel so alive. Oh, I kind of feel right now. Your love's something I can't survive without. And it's kind of funny how you make me feel so alive. Oh, I kind of feel right now. Your love's something I can't survive without.
Yeah. Yo, everything I learned while I was studying music, it's so present here, especially like the gasps in between takes. I did not know I can do takes, just like one full take of a song. Wow, looks like I can. So that's one song, kind of feel kind of funny, on Brightest Summer, ETA, after Lemonade Mode. So probably August, October, something like that. 3 albums in the works. 21. I could show 21, but I don't know if like, it's not mixed. This has no effects, but at least the vocals cut through the audio, the instrumental. I'm not sure if 21 does it. We'll give it a go. Fuck it. Let's try it. This is a rap song. All the lyrics, they're still there, but the original is so different. I made this when I was 21, this one, right? If it's shit, I'm turning it off.
It's like 2021, I'ma fly at 21. Pour another shot, let's make it 21. Maybe I feel better when we top it off a coke. Maybe I feel better when you top it off. Hey, Monday night and we're back at it again. Tuesday night we'll be back at it again. Friday night it's starting to feel like a Monday now. And my high starting to feel like a new normal now. How would I know if I found myself? I'm surrounded by 100 shiny mirrors. Down screaming, feel yourself, to yourself. Cause when you're feeling better, you might come and find yourself. Yo, it's like 21, I'ma fly at 21. Pour another shot, let's make it 21. Maybe I feel better.
Oh yeah, this is the change.
I can show you how it's done. It's like 2021, I'ma fly at 21. Pour another shot, let's make it 21. Maybe I feel better when you top it off the cold. Maybe I feel better when you top it off. Hey, Monday night and we're back at it again. Tuesday night we'll be back at it again. Friday night it's starting to feel like a Monday now. And the high starting to feel like a new normal now. How would I know if I lost myself? I'm surrounded by 100 shiny bottles. Gotta scream and feel yourself, Cause when you feel better, you might come and find yourself, yo. For myself, or by myself. So by myself, to find myself.
The end is a bit different now too. Okay?
220 on the dash, going faster than a flash. I wanna make it splash, and I stick my birthday bash. And I don't know what I even want from you no more. I keep on thinking on and on and on and on. Check this out, I just switched up, now to switch up, trying to switch up, Only thing I want to switch up is my friends. We'll be smoking hands till I see the credits roll, yeah. This is just how I roll.
That probably did cut through. The audio definitely did cut through. And I believe that would probably be it. I can't leak. Oh. I could do Sunday. Sunday, this is one, I won't play the whole thing, but Sunday is a song dedicated to the live streams, because the live streams, they're on every Sunday, right? So, it's one of those songs that actually goes to the roots of what the sound used to be, that rap hip hop.
When I pull up on a Sunday, Hey, now you can catch me sleeping. So upset, trying to hide a feeling. I found everything I was missing. Buried in the dark, I can bring it back. You know it's time to let go. Hands in the air, gotta fly low. I'm just trying to make it at home. I'll be coming back with my back home. I'll be coming back.
Okay. Anyways, this is the leaks for now. There's some songs that are coming out very soon and some songs that are just not coming out. But now that I am able to do this, we're gonna be doing this. So I'm very excited. I actually cannot tell you how excited I am because it's not possible to put into words. Phase 2. We're waiting 8-9 months for phase 2. Okay, guys, come on, this will be lit. Now, the next topic is going to be the book. Last time I read the book, it was actually very on topic with what I was talking about, which I have no idea how that happened. So we'll do it now. I'm still not leaking what this book is. If you somehow know what this book is, that's mad. So the last lesson was my thoughts are images that I have made, which essentially said that you make stuff up and you assume it's real. It's that it's out there and it's not. Things aren't always as they seem, right? So also I think I'm able to play an instrumental in the background while this is happening. 7. Yes. Okay. Okay. Today I have no neutral thoughts. Okay, that's interesting. I need to do something about this lighting because my face goes fully white. But listen, I have no neutral thoughts. Alright, let's check what this is. The idea for today is a beginning step in dispelling the belief that your thoughts have no effect. Everything you see is the result of your thoughts. There is no exception to this fact. Thoughts are not big or little, powerful or weak. They are merely true or false. Those that are true create their own likeness, and those that are false make theirs. So those that are true create their own likeness, those that are false make theirs. I believe the best way to interpret that is going back to thoughts are not big or little, powerful or weak. They are merely true or false, right? Those that are true create their own likeness, those that are false make theirs. So depending on what you believe, you start acting that way, essentially, right? So it's saying there's no neutral thoughts. It's not saying that there's something in between, right? It's saying that you either go this way or this way. So you can't kind of believe in nothing, maybe. You have to pick one because it will create your reality anyway. Time passes, days go by, weeks go by, months go by, years go by. If you didn't know, the reason time goes forward, and forward only is because you do not know what you want to do. So how can you expect time to go backwards or in any different direction or pause when you don't even know what to do with it when it's going forward, essentially? Now, there is no more self-contradictory concept than that of idle thoughts. What gives rise to the perception of a whole world can hardly be called idle. Every thought you have contributes to truth or to illusion. Either it extends the truth or it multiplies illusions. You can indeed multiply nothing, but you will not extend it by doing so. You can indeed multiply nothing, but you will not exceed. That is very true. Okay, hold on. Guys. We're not having notifications show up like that. So, that is also very true. Every thought you have contributes to truth or to illusion. Either it extends to truth or it multiplies illusions. I find this to be very true. It actually really is. Especially depending on how you approach life. Oh, what your goal is in your day-to-day activities. You can stay delusional about certain ideas about yourself or see the truths. And sometimes, what was it, this thing I read? I heard it somewhere. The truth. It was that. Oh, it was about. You cannot get rid of temptations as a man if you're not honest. So again, facing the truth or illusion, right? How are you going to move with that? Very interesting topic, concept, idea. I love this because it's like, it is true. You have to face the truth head on, and only then can you make change. Because how can you expect to make a good change or a good impact if you're not dealing with the issue or idea or concept or whatever the obstacle is, when you're not looking at it from the real angle? The fake angle, the illusion, will only create a false effect, false outcome. Meanwhile, when you look at it from the truth, you'll create a true outcome. Now, wait, there it is. Besides your recognizing that thoughts are never idle, salvation requires that you also recognize that every thought you have brings either peace or war. Now, let's talk about salvation. And salvation, you can look at it from like a religious angle where we're all going to be saved, right? Or whether you go to hell or heaven, you can look at it that way. Or you're here. You're here. Right now. So what's salvation here? And salvation from what? Is it addiction? Temptation? Not living the life you want to live? Or doing the thing you want to do? Salvation. Right? Conquering yourself, your own fears, your own shortcomings, your own traumas. Right? So, thoughts are never idle as well, right? But salvation requires that you also recognize that every thought you have brings either peace or war, either love or fear. A neutral result is impossible because a neutral thought is impossible. There is such a temptation to dismiss fear thoughts as unimportant, trivial, and not worth bothering about, that it is essential you recognize them all as equally destructive, but equally unreal. We will practice this idea in many forms before you really understand it. And like I said earlier, you can run away from things, but you cannot run forever, right? You can keep lying to people, and it's not gonna work out either, because the truth fucking comes out like. And I said that like I was. Oh, that was very something. Right. So now we're gonna go into what the previous thing said. Every thought you have brings either peace or war, right? So again, truth. Truth sets you free. Truth about people, about yourself, about your habits, other people's habits, circumstances, situations, actions. It'll bring you peace if you understand it for what it is. And it'll bring you war, turmoil, inner dissatisfaction because you know it's not true and you're approaching it like it is. You're living in the illusion and you're expecting an outcome based off an illusion. That's not possible. So that's basically what the thing breaks down there. Well, next thing we have. In applying the idea for today, search your mind for a minute or so with eyes closed. And actively seek not to overlook any little thought that may tend to elude the search. This is quite difficult until you get used to it. You will find that it is still hard for you not to make artificial distinctions. Every thought that occurs to you, regardless of the qualities that you assign to it, is suitable subject for applying to the idea. In the practice periods, first repeat the idea to yourself, and then as each one crosses your mind, hold it in awareness while you tell yourself this thought about is not a neutral thought, right? Because there's a bias to it. So let's say for me, this thought I have about my music not be able to get released because someone copied the instrumental is not a neutral thought, right? Because even the way I introduced that idea already tells you how I feel about it. Do you understand? The way you introduce the thought into your head, that's how you actually feel about it. Now, as usual, use today's idea whenever you are aware of a particular thought that arouses uneasiness. The following form is suggestive for this purpose. So hold on. Today's idea, wherever you are aware of a particular thought that arouses uneasiness. The following form is suggestive for this purpose. This thought about this is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. So watch this. I'll give you a real one that I have right now. I don't have the microphone. I don't know where it is. I was looking for it. I can't find it. And it'd be really nice if I had it here because I feel like it would. Why do I have that thought? Because I feel like I'm letting you guys down. I'm letting myself down. I'm bringing the whole quality of the experience down. That's where that thought stems from. And it's not a neutral thought. It comes from a feeling of maybe letting people down, of I should have been prepared, right? That's where that thought comes from. And that's not a neutral thought because it comes from critiquing oneself, right? And there's also the one where it's like streaming. You know, I love this vibe of streaming. And I love the fact that you guys are actually watching these after the stream goes on. It's great. And I know these streams do help people because I've met people in real life and they do watch them, which is incredible. But sometimes it's like there's no topic. Or like I go in and I'm like, the fear comes in where you're like, it's not going to be good because I don't have a topic. But it seems like no matter what, it's just going in and rambling. Once you're there, you do it. You're there, and you're it's rolling. Everything just comes out naturally. Like so, essentially, that's that. You know how many people don't even know I stream? That's so crazy. Like it's like people I know in real life, they're not even aware, which is insane. Like I'm doing this for like 4 or 5 months now. Mad. I'm not saying like it's like ignorant or something. I'm just like damn, like news travels slow. Like okay, back to this thing. 4 or 5 practice periods are recommended. If you find them relatively effortless, if strain is experienced, 3 will be enough. The length of the exercise period should also be reduced if there is discomfort. Great. So, I actually put these things into practice. I do a lot of things daily, and I found myself running into so many different things, ideas, conversations, things just happening. And doing these little exercises changes so much. It's more just mindfulness. You don't necessarily have to remember what was that thing? What was that thing about the thoughts? No, it's like once you understand the concept, you just naturally become mindful. Mindfulness, just better mental space and dealing with stuff. So the concept just occurs unconsciously through your subconscious, which is very interesting. Um, yeah, but I do this on the daily. and it's just natural. Well, anyways, thank you for watching. I hope this stream was enjoyable with no microphone. All right, thanks anyway. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, uh, best of luck with whatever you guys do, and yeah, peace out. I'm gonna catch up with the streams, trust. I'm not leaving it like that. There's no like routine to it. It's slowly becoming what it is, especially with the book, the reading, all this. But thanks for watching. Good luck. I can't press OK here. I'm trying to turn it off.